Experiment 7. To study the combination reaction. The aim of the experiment is to study the combination reaction. To perform this experiment, we require calcium oxide, water, and a beaker. Procedure. First, take some lumps of calcium oxide in a beaker. Now, let us add about 50 ml of water to it. Carefully touch the beaker and feel its outer side. Observation. When we touch the beaker, we feel that the beaker has become hot. This is because calcium oxide combines with water to form a compound, calcium hydroxide. Heat is produced during this reaction, which makes the beaker hot. Let us see the chemical equation. Calcium oxide reacts with water to give calcium hydroxide with the evolution of heat. Inference. Calcium oxide reacts with water to produce a single compound, calcium hydroxide. This is an example of a combination reaction. A combination reaction is a reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single compound. Experiment 8. To study an endothermic reaction. The aim of the experiment is to study an endothermic reaction. To perform this experiment, we require ammonium chloride salt, water, a test tube holder, and a glass stirrer. Procedure. First, hold a test tube in a test tube holder. Now, take some water in the test tube. Touch the test tube from outside to get an idea of its temperature. The temperature appears to be around room temperature. Now add some amount of ammonium chloride salt to it. Stir the mixture using a stirrer. Let us again touch the test tube to feel its temperature and study the difference. Observation. We find that temperature of the test tube has slightly fallen down. Inference. When ammonium chloride salt is dissolved in water, the temperature of the test tube is lowered. This is an example of an endothermic reaction. Ammonium chloride salt dissolves in water and a solution of the salt is formed. During this reaction, heat is absorbed. An endothermic reaction is a chemical reaction in which heat is absorbed. 9. To study an exothermic reaction. The aim of the experiment is to study an exothermic reaction. To perform this experiment, we require a 3 to 4 centimeters long magnesium ribbon, a pair of tongs, and a burner. Procedure. First, take a 3 to 4 centimeters long magnesium ribbon. Hold one end of the ribbon with a pair of tongs. Light the other end of the ribbon by inserting it in the flame of the burner. Now observe what happens. Observation. We observe that the magnesium ribbon burns, emitting a brilliant white light, and a white ash is formed. Let us see the chemical equation. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide with the evolution of heat and light. Inference. Burning of magnesium ribbon is an example of an exothermic reaction. In this reaction, energy is given out in the form of heat and light. An exothermic reaction is a chemical reaction in which heat is released.